Hey everyone, welcome to Outside the Room. I'm CG Funk, and I really appreciate you joining me. I want to take time to thank our exclusive sponsors, Massage Heights, Associated Bodywork and Massage Professionals, and Associated Skincare Professionals. Our guest today is Joe Bob Smith. He's a former massage school owner, massage school administrator, and at heart, a massage therapist. Joe Bob stumbled into the massage therapy profession while training for his first marathon. He's always been curious about how things work, so he signed up for a local massage class, never intending to become a massage therapist. However, he loved practicing on friends and fellow runners, and they kept asking him for more. So eventually, Joe Bob partnered with a classmate to buy a massage school, and they both attended. With lots of work, little sleep, that little massage school became a premier massage education institution. Joe Bob and his partners sold the school to the largest school in California, and then he worked for those new owners for 8 years, opening and managing more campuses and becoming a liaison to the massage profession. Joe Bob has presented and spoken and sang at many national massage therapy events, accredited numerous awards for his schools, and in 2019 was inducted into the Massage Therapy Hall of Fame. In his spare time, Joe Bob loves to get massages. Well, Joe Bob Smith, welcome to Outside the Room. I'm so excited you're here.
It is so exciting to be here, and I've watched so many greats in this room, and here I am.
Here you are. Hey, listen, first of all, we want to tell you, all you viewers and listeners, Happy New Year. We're coming at you in the new year, and so I hope that your new year has gotten off with a great bang.
Happy New Year!
As you can see, we have a very interesting episode today, yes?
Absolutely.
We thought it would be really fun and informative to talk a little bit about Tibetan or other singing bowls. And as you can see, we've got 3 singing bowls on our table, a small and a medium and a large, but we also brought in some other sound therapy tools as well. What do you have there, Joe Bob?
I have some Tibetan cymbals. There we go.
And what's the origin of the cymbals?
So they're used for religious purposes. They're also used for healing, spiritual healing, and meditation, help you relax, and also can be used to awaken the senses.
And lots of massage therapists out there you integrate sound therapy into their sessions. And we found it really interesting, and we wanted to learn more about it, and we wanted to present you some of this information. Now, I really want to make a disclaimer here that quite honestly, Joe Bob and I know very little about sound therapy or singing bowls. So we did pull up some studies that we're going to share with you, but we are going to tell you right off the bat, we are not experts in this in any way, shape, or form.
No, absolutely. I want to be very clear, but I'm not completely out of the loop on it. Even though my background is more, I came from like a running background, very more scientific, very into that. I've absolutely participated in several sound therapy projects or experiences over the years. And so I'm excited to be here and play around with it some.
This is going to be so fun. So first of all, we showed you that we have the small singing bowl, and then we have medium and large. And both of these singing bowls were made in Nepal, just so you know. The small one, I'm not so sure, it was a gift. The Tibetan singing bowls are from Tibet. And we also have these beautiful little egg-shaped sound tools that are called Iroquois song pods.
And these are, it's hard to detect until you have them like up at your ears or you're feeling the vibrations. And I wasn't familiar with these. They're new to me today, but these are incredible.
These are amazing. These are amazing. And really, before we get started, just so you know, I would encourage you to learn more about this, because there are some phenomenal studies out there about how vibrational sounds can actually encourage and support healing processes in the human body. And we pulled a couple studies up, so why don't we just read those and then we'll get to play in. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
How's that sound?
Sounds great to me.
So listen, you guys. So for the sound bowls, there was a 2020 research review of 4 significant studies that have shown sound singing bowl therapy, they call it, resulted in improved mental and emotional health. And before we get into any of these other studies, I know that massage therapists and estheticians out there are seeing so many more clients with mental and emotional health challenges, especially since the pandemic. And this is actually becoming an epidemic in our country and around the world. Issues with mental health and stability. Just keep that in mind as we go through these studies. Some of the improvements they saw with using singing bowls during sessions was a decrease in anxiety and depression, fatigue, tension, anger, and confusion.
All right. Clarity right there.
Yes, beautiful. Yep.
The study also reported improvements in physical health, including blood pressure, heart rate, and respiratory rate.
Wait, say that again. Like, the study also showed improvements in physical.
So things that you can actually measure, which sometimes for people that came into the industry like me that wants everything to be researched, evaluated, measured, you can actually measure changes in blood pressure, heart rate, respiratory rate, and see the effect of those changes.
After the session with the singing bowl. A 2019 study showed that Himalayan singing bowls can help induce a deep state of relaxation in a very short period of time, 20 minutes or less. And this level of relaxation was greater in both depth and consistency than just laying down on the floor to relax. So just to sum that up, so you understand, what it's saying is that if you need to take a relaxation posture on the floor or on the table, just need to reset yourself for a minute, you're going to hit relaxation points a lot quicker if you've got these bowls on your body and you're doing the vibrational therapy.
And what you don't get just through the sound is the vibration of it. And so even when the sound seems to sort of dissipate, if you feel the bowl or even get closer to the bowl, that vibration you really feel.
And when it's directly on the body too, which we're going to be doing a demo later. Oh, that poor gal that's going to be doing our demo.
Lucky her.
Yeah.
So a pilot study in Italy showed that the Tibetan singing bowls helped relieve distress and increase a sense of well-being in people with metastatic cancer. They also helped decrease anxiety, involuntary mental activity, and stress. The researchers called for larger studies to confirm these results.
And a 2002 study in Germany found that singing bowl massage, okay, so this is
2022. I just want to point out, this is like...
Oh yeah, this is new. Thank you very much.
Up-to-date information.
I'm going to start that over.
I know. Well, okay. All right. Last year.
A 2022 study in Germany found that singing bowl massage, so combining these vibrational tools with a massage therapy session, led to a decrease in overall EEG power. So what it did is it helped increase a sense of well-being. And these researchers have also called for larger studies to get more results on this.
Yeah, so you can actually use different sound frequencies to hack your brain waves and promote physical healing. And by using specific rhythms and frequencies, which I think we're going to talk about in a little while, you can downshift your brain from the beta state, which is your normal consciousness, to the theta state, which is your relaxed consciousness, to even the delta state, where internal healing can actually occur.
That just gave me goosebumps, because you're talking about vibration on the body through these beautiful tools and bowls that can actually take you not only into a state of deep relaxation, but can also put you in a state, delta state, where the body can naturally start healing itself. So that's really pretty profound. So let's just recap here for everyone. Some of the sound therapy benefits are:
combat stress and anxiety,
help deal with pain and fatigue,
induces relaxation to the central nervous system.
It's effective at reducing depression.
And it helps with symptoms of fibromyalgia, behavioral disorders, PTSD.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Especially in this day and age.
It has been shown to help people with pain from arthritis, and post-operative pain and knee replacement pain.
It helps to improve mobility, reduce muscle pain and stiffness, increase blood circulation, and lower blood pressure.
Aids in sleeping and clears the mind and improves concentration.
Also, your mental and emotional well-being.
Which is today, again, like we talked about earlier, an amazing thing to help so many people that are dealing with anxiety and stress and depression in today's world. And this one's your favorite, I know.
I do. The energy reset and clears blockages in the chakras.
The chakras. Tell us about some of that philosophy on that.
Well, and so this beautiful bowl here, you may not be able to see all the detail of it, but it actually has the chakras in here. And one aspect of sound therapy is that, of course, there's 7 chakras. And there's also 7 notes in our regular scale of music, and so each note of music combines for is paired up with one of the chakras. So you're able to do that. You start with C for the root chakra, and you go all the way up to B. And so it's interesting when you get into the whole sound therapy that there isn't it's an applied therapy that somebody has put a lot into for actually hundreds of years.
Right. And I want to make I want to say something just to interrupt. There's 7 main chakras. Yes. If you think about the body, there's an old Asian map. I believe it was Chinese, but I could be wrong on that, where it showed 250,000 different chakra centers in the body. So he's talking about the 7 major.
Sure.
And I think from that story, if you're going to learn more about singing bowls or bring them into your session, be sure to do the deeper sounds lower on the body and the higher sounds higher on the body, is what you're telling us, to correlate with the chakras.
Yes, to correlate. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So should we try one?
Yes, go for it.
All right. So I know we've already done it. So I think there's several ways. We'll be doing it on a body later, but we can hold it with.
And I just want to tell those folks listening, we have this beautiful metal brass bowl made in Nepal that has all these beautiful etchings on it for those listening via podcast.
And they also make crystal bowls, which have their own sort of set of healing properties. And there's tuning forks. We don't have everything here today, but so one way. And what's really interesting, I don't want to cover up the sound of it too much, but it's just, as I mentioned before, as you hit it and you really hear the clang at the beginning, but then as it comes in, even when it seemingly stops and you can't hear it from a few feet away, you still feel that vibration coming out. And that's really the sound therapy, because it's those vibrations that's coming to the body, as opposed to music therapy, which is something we hear with our ear and goes into the brain and is processed. This is like a physical sensation. When
it's on the body or when you're even holding it. So this smaller bowl, we've got a smaller, beautiful gold metal bowl, and it is about 8 inches in circumference. And you can tell that this has a lighter, sweeter sound to it. Ready?
I'm ready.
Now this is vibrating in my hand so much right now. As the sound dissipates, the bowl still vibrates. Now the little bowl, this is a real sweet little bowl. It's about 2 inches in circumference for those. And it's just a beautiful golden brown metal bowl with some beautiful gold etching of, I believe, the chi in there.
Listen how crystal clear, it just.
I would say that one would be throat chakra or third eye because of the high pitch.
Yeah, you could just almost but you just really, just like pure sound right there. It's beautiful.
And then you've got your Tibetan
symbols or bells.
And you see the lamas walking around doing that with one hand, and they hit perfectly every time.
I know.
You want to try it with one hand?
Which is no, I can barely do it with 2. I was lucky to get it
Come
that
on,
time.
Mama,
I was
Mama
so proud.
Smith.
I was so proud of myself to get it done the first time. So, let's see. So let's see with the one hand.
Yeah, try it with one hand.
I'm gonna see. You got to have like the one there. I did the double.
Well, he'll work on that for another episode.
There we go. The single hand. I'm better with the one hand.
Hey, the last thing we have, and these are very unusual to find. They're not very well known. But what these are called is Iroquois song pods. And what they are is they are 2 pieces of welded metal with beautiful designs on them. And inside, strung across, there's strings of small crystals in here that make this sound. So what we're going to do, I'm going to hold it up to the mic or hold up to my mic so you can kind of hear. And then you can hear the little crystals. So what you do with these is you put them right next to someone's ears like this. And that is still vibrating in his ear for probably 30, 40 seconds. It will go on, even though we're not hearing anything out here. Still going?
Yeah.
So these are very special and were gifted to me years ago from a shaman. So I love these. At home, I also have a shaman's rattle that was given to me, which I couldn't bring it in the suitcase because it's big, you know. But there's other vibratory tools as well. You know, you've got the rattles, you've got the maracas, you've got in Bali, they have these, I don't even know what they're called, but you hold them up and you shake them. And it's like they're made of like bamboo, another sound tool. So we've got just a little selection for you today. And you know what we're going to do, Joe Bob, is we're going to get a model in here. We're going to have her on the table and we're going to do a little sound therapy on her, and we'll see how that goes. So we'll be right back. Hello, everyone. As you can see, we have the beautiful Christy on the table as a model with us. We've positioned the 3 different bowls to do a little vibrational therapy, and we're going to see how this goes. But
well, so first of all, Christy, you drew the short straw today, and because CG and I are not experts in this by any stretch of the imagination, but we're fascinated by sound therapy. And so we're experimenting with it. So thank you for being part of our experiment.
Yeah, and we really want you to know that we do know a little bit because we watch some TikTok videos. So we're trying to educate ourselves on TikTok. But hey, Joe Bob, so what we're doing here is we've got the larger bowl that, remember, had the deeper sound in it for the torso of the body, the lower torso. And then we've placed the medium bowl there.
On the knees, because Christy said she had some knee issues. So we're gonna try this out, see how it works.
See how it works. And then we've got the smaller bowl here right at the throat chakra. So this will be just a little one to try and get in on and you know, give it some a good bang. I guess that's not the right word, but anyways. And then we've got the sound pods on either side of her ears. So at some point I'm going to go up and do a little of those in her ears. And then you've also got the Tibetan
the symbols.
So Joe Bob will be doing a little circle around. So this is probably going to be like maybe a minute demo on how you can use these song bowls to create that vibrational healing in the human body. And you can use these with massage too. So are we ready? Open us up.
All right. Let's start with this one.
That was amazing. Christy, how did that feel? She's probably still vibrating. I think even the camera guy is like it went to from beta state with that,
Probably so. And you can still I still hear the ringing. I mean, you can still feel that vibration.
You can feel it in this room, everyone. I mean, seriously, you can. I just encourage you to learn more about this. This is really cutting edge, researched therapy that has gained momentum in the last, I would say, 10 to 12 years. And there are a lot of studies that show a lot of great benefits to singing bowl therapy, sound bowl therapy, and even integrating it with your massage therapy sessions.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when I was starting out in massage a long time ago, it had already been in there for many times. And at that point, of course, it was sort of passed down from person to person. Now we're getting the research that's showing that this isn't just an old wives' tale or something that people are talking about, but this is actual. Now we can measure stuff because now we like everything to be measured. So
yeah, but there's a lot of healing that can happen in the human body with vibrational sound. And I think that was why we wanted to do this today. But speaking of sound, I can segue pretty quick to music here. And I want to share with everybody that Joe Bob and I and a couple of other friends through the years have had a weird habit at different points in the last 12 years of asking Joe Bob, who's a prolific writer, to write us songs for certain situations, mostly career and work situations. I'll let you take the story from here, Joe Bob.
Well, one of my superhero powers is taking really great iconic songs and butchering them to make them less great. so that's one of my abilities. And when I heard that you invited me today to do this sound, I thought, well, immediately something came to mind that I wanted to do to honor you here for that. But
before you do that, I think you should tell everyone what was one of the first songs you wrote for me.
Well, what
was the title?
The very first song was I took Willie Nelson's "Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys" and made it "Mamas Do Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Massage Therapists." And that was our very first one. And now over the years, we probably have enough to make an album that maybe, I don't know, maybe I could get my spouse to buy something.
Do they have a Razzie Award for albums? They would probably win it.
We would get it. But the fun is just like sound therapy, music brings people together. Even when it's not great, it still brings people together.
That's just to warn you. I think he's warning you. So are you going to sing for us today?
I am, and you don't know. This was unrehearsed.
I don't know this. This is totally
a surprise to me. You don't know what it's going to be, and I think you're going to sort of recognize it. I will say it's my apologies to Simon and Garfunkel, particularly probably Garfunkel because I'm a baritone, and so my higher range is not necessarily there. But I thought this would be fitting for today.
The floor's all yours, Joe Bob, as I step back.
A couple of verses, so don't worry, you don't have to stick with me long. And I'm also doing it a cappella, so hopefully I'll get it right. Let's see, is that the right note? No, not quite, but. Hello, tension, my old friend. You've come to torment me again. Because a pain angrily creeping left me stiff while I was sleeping, and the tension that was planted in my back still attacks. I need the sound of massage heights. In restless dreams I tossed and turned, sciatic pain, oh how it burned. In the halo of a face cushion, I laid my head and waited for lotion. When my back was rubbed with the love of the golden hands, I moved again and touched the sound of massage heights.
I love it. So from our sound area to your sound area, We've had a great time. I've had a great time having you here today, Joe Bob. That was a great song.
It's been fun. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hey, we'll see you next time on Outside the Room. From my heart to your heart, namaste.